In this video, you will learn how to create this premium shiny text effect in DaVinci Resolve. On the edit page of DaVinci Resolve, go to the effect library and make sure you are on the effect tab. Now drag and drop a fishing composition onto your timeline. With your playhead over the fishing composition, click this tab and go to the fishing page. Drag the text class node and connect it to your media out node. Then type anything you might want to type. So in my case, I'll type premium. Then adjust the size. I'll keep mine like this and change the font. Yeah, it depends on you. You can choose any font that you want. To now choose colors for this particular text, let's go to the shading tab. Then go to gradients. As you can see, there is already a change in the color of the text. To change any color, make sure you click on the triangle. Or if you want to add more colors, you can click anywhere along this particular line and it will create a lot of triangles, meaning you can add as many colors as you want. So in my case, I'm going with these colors, but I want this white one to be in the middle. So I will drag it here. Then I'll click here to add a new triangle. Then with this triangle, I'll then choose a different color. Then I'll draw these colors closer to one another like this. So now we are going to play with these mapping parameters. The mapping angle will help you to adjust the distribution of the colors. So as we move it, you can see it changes the angle of the colors. It depends on the kind of look you are going for. In my case, I will keep it this way. I will keep mine this way. And then the size, if you increase it, this is how it will look like, or you can choose to decrease it. I'll keep mine like this. Then the mapping aspect, keep mine like this. Here you can set it either to full image and you get something like this, or word or text. In my case, I'll just keep it character. The next thing we are going to add is an outline. We will add outline to each of the letters. We can simply do that by staying on this shading tab and select element number 2. Then if we check enabled, it will automatically add a red outline. But we don't want it to be red, so we'll change the color to any color that you want. However, if we keep this one, it will affect the kind of animation we will do later in the video. So instead of this particular option, we are going to use a different approach. So what we are going to do is, instead of doing it this way, we are going to uncheck this. Go to the text node selected, shift space bar, and then search for edge detect and add it. As you can see, it's messing with our text. Now check the edge mask overlay and you get something like this. That doesn't look good. So you play with these parameters to get a kind of look you are going for. So in my case, I will turn down the edge width, the brightness too, I will turn it down. You increase it to be like this. In my case, I'll turn it down. Then the gamma, also I'll turn it down. I will adjust the gamma to something like this. Think with this, we are good. If you want to change the color of the outline, change the mode from RGB edges to grayscale edges. This way you'll be able to change the color of the outlines. Let me zoom in. Now, if we play with it, you can see that we can now manipulate the colors of the outline and get the kind of look you are going with. But in this case, I'll just keep it white. Now, let's add a rectangle to this particular edge detect node. And if you look closely, let me zoom in so you can see it clearly. And if you look at it closely, only the letters inside the rectangle are the ones that still have the outer stroke. A letter like P, which is outside the rectangle, no longer has the outer stroke. This is because with the mask, the rectangle node, what we are saying is, hey, edge detect node, only do your job inside the area defined by this particular rectangle. That is why where there is no rectangle, you can see like the P, a part of the R and the M, they don't have the outlines. This is the reason we didn't use the outline from the shading tab, but instead we added the edge detect node. It will make sense later when we are doing our animation. So for now, let's just adjust the size of our rectangle to something like this. Uh, And then adjust the angle. Let's make it diagonal like this. Now to get the shiny effect or the light sweep effect, let's add a soft glow node. Soft glow. So shift the space bar and search soft glow. Connect the soft glow to your pipeline like this. And everything is messed up. Now we have to define the area we want this soft glow to do its work. So we are going to copy this particular rectangle, Command C, and then paste it as an instance, Command Shift B. You want to know why we are pasting it as an instance and how the instance works, then watch this card video. Then connect the instance rectangle to the mask input of the soft glow node. This way, what we are saying is glow, soft glow, do your job inside this particular rectangle. That's why if you look carefully, you can see that the glow is only affecting this particular area that is defined by the rectangle. But if you look at it, it is very sharp. It has sharp edges. So what we are going to do is to fix that, we have to adjust the soft edge of the rectangle. Make sure your rectangle is selected. Then in the inspector, adjust the soft edge. And now you can see it's blending smoothly. We can now go ahead and make changes to our soft glow. You can increase the gain or decrease it, flow size. Now we have to do our animation. To do the animation, we are going to animate our rectangle and we will be doing the animation on the center X. Okay, now with the rectangle selected, to your playhead, go to frame 0 and then move your rectangle to the start of the wedge. Instead of dragging it by using my hand, most of the time I like to use the parameters because the parameters gives me smooth movement. So I then drag it like this until it goes past the letters. Then I'll set a keyframe. Then move a few frames forward in case like this. And then bring the rectangle back, but this time it will also go past the letters or the word. And DaVinci Resolve will automatically add a keyframe. Now, when you play through it, this is what it will look like. But it is kind of slow. It is very slow, not just kind of. So, that it is very slow. So we have to make changes to the distance between our keyframes. Now with the rectangle selected, click the spline. In the spline, you may see many other nodes. In my case, I only see the rectangle that is selected because when you click these three dots, you can make that settings. Show only selected tools. If you keep this checked, it will show you only the node that is selected in the node 3 area. That's why I have only the rectangle. Okay. So now with that selected, click this particular button to zoom to fit. And since we are going to adjust this particular keyframe, we are going to move it closer a little bit so that the shiny effect will be faster. Select this particular symbol, click it. It's called time stretch. Select it and then now select that particular keyframe. With these controls, we can now move that particular keyframe. And if you look at the timeline, you will see that as I move the time stretcher controls, the keyframe is also moving. Right, left, right, left. So we go to like frame 20. Okay, I think it's okay now. But it's not smooth at all. So what you are going to do is click this time stretch again to unselect it. Zoom to fit, then click this to select all. With all of the keyframes selected, you can press S to make it smooth like this. Or ease and then out cubic. This way it starts fast and then slows down. You can also adjust the handle of the first keyframe like this. So it starts very fast, then it slows down. And just like that, you have made that particular animation, a shiny text animation. And if you play through it, this is how it's going to look. Now, if you look at this closely, you will see something is happening here. You see, if you look at it closely, you will see that at frame 0, none of the letters has the outline. But when the glow begins to appear, then the outlines also appear. This is why we connected this particular rectangle to the edge detect so that it only reveals the outline when the glow appears. So you see where we have the glow, then we also have an outline. So it's like the glow is what is revealing the outline. That we are doing that using the mask. If you want to change the colors, instead of always going back to the text, to the shading, then select element one, adjust this gradient colors. You can just add color corrector node. This way, as you change the colors from the color corrector node, it will just change the text automatically like this. And if you want, you can even animate it. If you want this particular text effect, you can grab it in the description below. Now, if you want to edit any text like Apple, then watch this video next.